right, so really quickly, we're going to go over the fill in the blanks worksheet that you had. It was only 9 questions, so hopefully it didn't take too long and wasn't too confusing. There was a word bank on the bottom. So we just want to go over those. The first question was, most touches are safe, but there are some that are, and that answer would be unsafe. So not every physical interaction is dangerous, but not every physical interaction is safe either. For number 2, if someone or something makes me feel uncomfortable, it's okay for me to stick up for myself and say the word no to an adult or other child. Yes. You have to be able to say the word no or stop. Do not be afraid to say no or stop. Do not be afraid to stick up for yourself. Do not be afraid to yell it loud and proud so that people hear you and can come and help get you out of that situation. Because the more you know and are confident that you can say something and protect yourself, the better off it is. Also, if you are sticking up for yourself, you should not get in trouble. Anybody who loves you and cares about you wants you to be safe. And those people who want you to be safe will completely understand if you do something to remove yourself from an unsafe situation. So never be afraid to stick up for yourself, to say no, to say stop. If someone tries to touch my private body parts or wants me to touch their private body parts, I should try to get away from the person and tell my parents or my special safe adult right away. People should not be allowed to touch you, but they can also not make you touch them. That's another part of boundaries. There's certain things that you don't want people to do to you, but there's also certain things that you don't want to do to another person. And it is okay to say no to those things also. And then again, if you do say no, if you do say stop, if you get yourself out of an unsafe situation, whether anything happened or something just tried to happen, you still need to go and tell an adult to make them aware. If my friend tells me something bad happened to them but asks me to keep it a secret, I need to still tell an adult right away because their safety is so important. And that is so true. Some people don't say anything because they're afraid, well, oh, my friend said to keep it a secret. They might be mad at me. I don't want them to be upset with me. But the worst thing that you could do is to know that your friend is in danger and not say anything. If you know that your friend is doing something unsafe, if you know that your friend is not following the rules and that somebody is trying to hurt them or something bad is happening to them or might happen to them, you do have a responsibility to speak up and say something because you could be saving them from something bad happening. No one has a right to touch my private body parts except to keep me clean and healthy, and only if they are a special safe adult. The only people that are allowed, especially at your age where I'm assuming everybody is going to the bathroom by themselves and everybody's able to get themselves dressed for the most part, is in order for you to be healthy. Again, that's your doctor during a regular exam with your parent there or a nurse there. That's one of your parents, grandparents, guardians who you trust, helping you get dressed if your leg is broken or if you're not feeling well, things like that. Other than that, your private parts are your private parts. And then for online, if I'm using technology or the internet and I see something that I know is against the rules, I should go tell my parent or safe adult immediately. It's the exact same thing as in person. If you see something or experience something that is unsafe, you need to tell. It's the same on the internet. If you see or experience something that is unsafe, uncomfortable, inappropriate, you have to tell an adult. If I'm playing a game online and something scares me or upsets me, I need to tell an adult about it right away. That is absolutely true also. Now, something that scares or upsets you could just be something that frightens you, like the game that you're playing is meant for older kids and it's scary. It could be some type of interaction that happens between characters or between a man and a woman or anything like that that makes you uncomfortable. You can talk about that. Anything that you see that really bothers you or that doesn't seems weird or doesn't sit well with you, it's a good idea to tell your parents and to talk about that with them. If someone says bad or mean words to me when we are playing or having fun, it is important for me to tell a safe adult about what is said. Sometimes, especially when it's somebody that you think is your friend, it is very hard to say something to anybody about them that's bad. It's hard to say, oh, well, this person made fun of me, or this person bullied me, this person hurt me, because you love that person and you care about that person and you hope that they care about you, and you don't want to say anything bad or negative about them. But the important thing is anybody who treats you really, really poorly, anybody who bullies you, who hurts you, that's not the kind of person you want as a friend anyway. And you should definitely tell somebody what was said, because if they're treating you like that, they're probably treating other people like that too, and nobody deserves to be treated that way. Lastly, if someone shows me an inappropriate image using a phone or when using the internet, it's okay for me to tell someone about it, even though I might have looked at the image. So if one of your friends tries to show you something, unless they tell you ahead of time what it is, chances are if they show you something inappropriate and you don't realize it's going to be inappropriate, you will be looking at their phone when that image shows up. And that's not your fault. That is your friend's fault. You should not be getting in trouble or worry about getting in trouble for seeing something that you did not mean to see, and that you did not look up. That is your friend's fault. That is that adult's fault, whoever did that to you or showed you that. So if something makes you uncomfortable, you need to say what it was, who it was that showed you, what they showed you it on, whether it's a phone, a tablet, a computer. Also, even if they tell you in advance what it is, and you're not really sure, or you're a little bit nervous, or you don't want to upset them by saying no, and then you happen to see the image after that, you still need to tell somebody, because that's inappropriate. Things like that shouldn't be going around. You shouldn't be exposed to any images, videos, anything like that that makes you feel uncomfortable or unsafe, or in any type of negative way. So the main things that I can say for you guys is you are having more freedom with your friends. You're having more freedom on internet, more freedom on social media, and you need to be very, very smart about how you use it, both to protect yourself and to protect other people around you, your friends, your family. And the way that you do that is by standing up for yourself, saying no, saying stop, being aware of what you're putting on social media or of what you're saying to other people, and making sure you're making good choices about that, and not keeping things a secret. If something happens that you're uncomfortable with, or something almost happens that you're uncomfortable with, you need to say something, because the more willing you are to talk about it, the more that those safe adults who love you and care for you are going to be able to do something about it and make sure it doesn't happen. So I know it can be an uncomfortable topic, but make sure that you're staying, that you have open communication, open talks with your parents about things like this, because it's really important that you and they are comfortable having a plan in place in case you would ever have to have this type of conversation with them. So I hope you learned something, and have a great day.